It's time for that jank. That Euro jank. So before I get into this album, I just want to give some background information. This band was founded by Anders Johnson, a previous member of Hammerfall. He was from 1999 to 2014. So he was part of a lot of their good albums, including my personal favourite, 2009's No Sacrifice, No Victory. So let's start with the first track of the album, as well as the title track, We Will Rise. Now they released this song as their first single from the album, and it is very modern symphonic power metal, relying heavily on keyboards. This song is really box standard when it comes to symphonic power metal, as well as being structured kind of like a pop song. I can understand why they released this song first, as Anders is very well known for his roles in Hammerfall, so having a song that is very power metal, even if it does to a lot of people who do listen to symphonic power metal sound decently standard, will help introduce them to this new band and help ease them in. It's a well-rounded intro song. Up next is track number 2, Misled, and this is where the album starts to deviate a little bit, showing that they're not going for more box standard symphonic power metal. This song is symphonic power metal with bits in the chorus that remind me a lot of industrial metal. This song also shows you the vocal style Mike Anderson will be taking throughout the rest of this album. So I really like this song as well as We Will Rise. These songs are good songs all around. I haven't found any issues with the songs. I'm struggling to find issues with these songs since I really enjoy both of them. Well, I've done talking about We Will Rise, more so Misled. Still, these are great songs. So track 3, The Fairies Dance, is a track that I've been wanting to talk about and been waiting for this album to release specifically for this song. This song is the perfect amount of weird. This song has a very Halloween intro, which then transitions into more heavy metal. But the moment Mike's vocals come in is when you start to realise that this is no ordinary song, made apparent by the first verse as well as the first chorus. This hooked me in really fast as I was just fascinated by this song. As I stated before, Mike's vocals, as well as Nick Johnson's guitar work in the background, and whoever's doing the sound mixing, I have to applaud because I was genuinely unsettled by the song. First 2 times I listened to it, I was not sure if I wanted to listen to it because it was unsettling to me. But that's why I love this song. It's weird in all the right ways. It also has a small techno section, just to top it all off. I'm gonna say it now, this is my favourite song from this album. If you're gonna take anything away from this, please listen to this song. So let's get rid of that positivity by talking about the 4th song on the album, Coming Home. The intro is lacking and then the song builds towards this generic power metal song that is not very good. After listening to it about maybe 4 or 5 times, it's just alright. But the problem that I have with this is it comes after the Fairies Dance, and as I've stated, probably one of the best songs to come out of power metal this year, just because of how weird it is, and to be followed up by Coming Home being average. Coming Home gets ruined by it for being a all-around pretty good song. And I know I said let's ruin that positivity because the song's good. It's above average, it just gets ruined by its placement in the album. And that's what sucks. But don't worry, track number 5, It Ain't Over, fixes that by starting out as a very aggressive song. Unfortunately, it goes to more power metal, kind of like in We Will Rise and Coming Home. And when it's that more heavy metal and aggressive style in the song, it works wonders. But then when it switches to the more power metal stuff, it doesn't work as well. That weird mix of power metal and heavy metal that they had, like the aggression that they had at the start of the song and a little bit later on into the song, so good. If only they kept it throughout the entire song, the song would have been up there with the fairies dance. But unfortunately it's ruined by a lack of decision making and deciding to stick with this style that they had at the start. I mean, I can't speak on the behalf of the songwriter for this, but I feel like they should have stuck with that style. I mean, if this was their intent, it's still a good song. Luckily track 6, As I'm Falling, fixes a lot of those issues that I had with It Ain't Over, the previous song. By sticking with what It Ain't Over had at the start, with that more heavy hitting heavy metal with dashes of symphonic metal thrown in between. This song does have a power metal chorus, which a lot of these songs on this album seem to do. It seems to be more of that heavy metal power chorus. Heavy metal power chorus. Luckily, this one does it a lot better than the previous song. Unfortunately, this song lyrically is weaker than the previous song, so it's kind of like a trade-off. Do you want what this song is going for stylistically, or do you want what they were doing before being weaker on one end? So it's like, do I want a song lyrically that is better, or do I want a song that is instrumentally better? And then Sweet Vendetta plays. I could tell that I was going to enjoy the song from the start. I haven't had a good place to talk about this, but Carl Johnson, the band's bassist, as well as the guy doing the growl vocals or more death metal vocals, kills it in the intro of the song, setting up the tone for the song. And you know how I've been talking about that stuff that the previous two songs did with the heavy metal mixed with dashes of symphonic metal? Well, this song takes that and goes with it to the point where I see this song as one of their standout tracks alongside the Fairies Dance, because it just puts them in this place of heavy metal, power metal, and it's also got dashes of, I would say, industrial with Carl's screams towards the end of the song, reminding me a little bit of metalcore. And I'm not the biggest fan of metalcore, but he does it in this way that makes it work in this song. And everyone in this song deserves a shout out because everyone just did perfect throughout the song. Like, if this song doesn't make this band stand out, I don't know what will. Because I can see these guys immediately having a following just from the song alone, because it merges so many genres into one and kind of helps introduce everyone to a little bit of the other genres that's in this song. So it's merging these communities of power metal, heavy metal, a little bit of that industrial, a little bit of that metalcore, even though the metalcore section is small, and it just puts it in this unique package that is executed flawlessly. And Animals track 8 helps keep up the spirit of the previous song, Sweet Vendetta. Now this is what I'm talking about. This is the kind of music and the sound when I heard the Fairies Dance that I was looking for when hearing Tungsten. So the song is good, but I do have a problem with the song being Carl's scream vocals in the song. He has two sections, one where he screams animals, which is the weaker part, and then there's like that more metalcore kind of, hey, I'm going to scream, and then we're going to audio edit it. And that bit's fine, I'm fine with that. Apart from that, it's still a pretty decent song. At least for me, in my personal opinion, track 9 is the weakest song on this album. The song to me is like Misled, but just weaker in most of the departments. At least Carl gets to scream more in this song, but apart from that, the song is just Misled but weaker. Up next is track 10 to the bottom, and this song mixes It Ain't Over with bits of the Fairies Dance to make this song that to me is very good. Like, I love this song. As much as there's one lyric in the song, one section that isn't the best, I still think the song's great, and I want to see them do more like this. So I want to see them do more like the Fairies Dance to the bottom and It Ain't Over. So let's move on to track 11, Impolite, and this is a song that to me seems like a song you would see a kid write when he has just discovered swear words. There's so much unnecessary language used in this song. I understand where they were going with this song. It's just lyrically the song is laughable and a joke. Like, I see the song as a joke. Okay, so let's rapidly move away from whatever the hell Impolite was onto the final track, Wish Upon a Star. And you know what? Not much to really say about the song, not much really stands out to me apart from the chanting that happens during the verses of this song. All around, pretty good song. there's not much else I can say about it. So let's get back to what I was saying at the start of this video. This album is Eurojank. It has some great ideas that it almost pulls off, but there are these small weird decisions, like the entirety of Impolite, that just irritate me because I can see the potential in this band. It's right there in front of me. It just falls short right at the last hurdle. So that leads me to give this album a score, and I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10. This album is straight up fantastic. While it does have some issues, like the entirety of Impolite, the only other thing that I can say about it is I have a few nitpicks with some of the songs. Apart from that, the album is great.